OSINBAJO's arrogant shoes in the north. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Yemi OSINBAJO has stirred negative emotions in northern Muslim twice in less than a month when he wore shoes to enter a mosque and to enter the bedroom of the mother of the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Okay, well, this I did not think he did intentionally. Sincerely. It might be that he did not do it intentionally. He's from a different faith. It's excusable. But I know people who, people who are going to be like, oh, you're coming to say it is not intentional. But as somebody who is seeking for such a huge kind of favor from, the people of the north, for them to give you a vote, you should also know how to, put yourself in. Well, at the end of the day, I hope they do their thing and they settle the differences. Let's find out more about this news in detail. Please stay with us. That was avoidably bonehead cultural indiscretion. From my perspective, it seems highly unlikely that OSINBAJO deliberately wanted to outrage the sensibilities of northern Muslim by what comes across as his arrogance and cultural insensitivity. After all, his visit to a mosque in Kano and to Yar'Adua's aged mother in Katsina were mere political performances designed to cost the favor and, of course, vote of nothing particularly Hausaphone Muslims. A man seeking to win your vote is unlikely to go out his way to offend you. So here is what I suspect happened. Being from southwest Nigeria, which is the most religiously plural part of Nigeria, I'm willing to wager that he knows enough about Muslim cultural practices to know that shoes are mostly welcome in mosques and in homes, particularly in bedrooms. He probably took off or attempted to take off his shoes when he entered the mosque and Yar'Adua's mother's bedroom. His host then probably told him not to bother because they thought he was too important to take off his shoes, but for the fear that his shoes might be stolen, which could be really embarrassing. Theft of shoes in mosques has become a scourge lately in the entire Muslim world. Type shoe theft in mosque on Google and see what comes up. Even prosperous UAE is not exempt from the plague of shoe theft in mosque. If my suspicion is correct, OSINBAJO is emotionally unintelligent and isn't ready for prime time. An emotionally intelligent politician, conscious of the optics of a pastor politician wearing shoes inside a mosque and inside an old Muslim woman's bedroom, would ask that one of his aides holds his shoes while he's barefooted. Of course, if you were a private person, that would not be necessary. If that isn't what happened, then he's an even way worse person than I thought he was. Perhaps he grew up in what I call ecumenical deserts in southwest Nigeria, by which I mean atypically religious ecumenical desert in southwest Nigeria, by which I mean atypically religious insular places where, in spite of religious pluralism of the mainstream society, people grew up knowing only their faith. Ecumenical deserts are scarce in Yoruba land, which is why I call them deserts, but they exist in both Christian and Muslim families. An intelligent politician will go out of his way to step out of his cultural desert and understand the cultural credits of others, which was why Muhammad Buhari's decision not to take off his cap when he visited a church drew condemnation some time ago. That Buhari grew up in Katsina where there are hardly any Christians is no excuse. I've seen people invoke photos of Muhammad Buhari wearing shoes in a mosque to explain away or justify OSINBAJO's own inexcusable cultural folly, but this misses many things. First, he ignores what's called in-group privilege. For example, the fact that black Americans call each other nigger is no reason a white person should use the term and then be shocked that black people's reaction to it is negative. Second, the photo of Buhari wearing shoes inside a mosque caused quite a stir in Muslim Nigeria when it first appeared because it is unusual. I had never seen anyone wearing shoes in a mosque until I saw photos of Buhari. It later emerged that Buhari wore shoes inside a mosque and sat on a chair while everybody else sat on mats because of health challenges. Until his health challenges, he never wore shoes to the mosque and never sat on a chair. To compare his wearing shoes to OSINBAJO is to betray both ignorance and a lack of critical judgment. It was a debate that Buhari's photo inspired that led me to realize that although most Muslims don't wear shoes inside a mosque, there is no scriptural requirement that Muslims take off their shoes before they enter a mosque. I also got to know that because of the incident of a theft of expensive shoes in mosques, some Middle Eastern Muslims occasionally wear their shoes to pray in mosque after ensuring that the shoes are clean. But it is still something of a cultural taboo to wear shoes inside the mosque and even in people's living rooms in most parts of the Muslim world, including in Nigeria. In Muslim culture, for the most part, the shoe symbolizes filth. In a September 15, 2013 news report titled "Bush Shoeing, Worst Arab Assault," after an Iraq journalist threw shoes at former U.S. President George W. Bush during a news conference in Iraq in 2013, the BBC wrote that the sensitivity is related to the fact that shoes are considered ritually unclean in the Muslim faith. It added, in addition to ritual ablutions before prayer, Muslims must take off their shoes to pray, and wearing shoes inside a mosque is forbidden. Shoes should either be left at the door of a mosque or carried, preferably in the left hand, with the soles pressed together. You can search the internet for deviations from this norm all you want, but remember that you have no right to tell people what they can be and can't be offended by. OSINBAJO's shoes wearing inside a mosque and inside an old woman's bedroom is causing deep offense all over Muslim northern Nigeria. An emotionally intelligent person who is seeking the affection and votes of people should not inflict cultural violence on the people and then try to validate it by saying someone else did, or that what he did is acceptable in similar communities elsewhere. Well, the last paragraph, he had a point. I think maybe he would apologize to them and said he did it unknowingly. I think it won't hurt if he does that. Well, I think he has learnt his lessons now. And yes, someone who is seeking for a thing huge like that as people's vote from them should also be able to diversify when it comes to culture. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of it.